I kind of built this up as, you know, you created a culinary landscape, but at the end of the day, WD-50 is being displaced because of the rent in property markets.
A little bit.
Times have changed.
Times have changed.
Tell people what you created if they have never experienced WD-50 or Wylie Dufresne's kind of cooking.
Well, I mean, again, we were hoping just to be a good restaurant in the neighborhood. We're just hoping to make good food, maybe something a little different that people hadn't tried, have a little bit of fun, but make delicious food, offer great service.
Can you be any more understated than the great? I mean, come on, this is the kind of, I remember reading descriptions of your Eggs Benedict. Describe what it would look like on a plate for Bob Wright if he came in.
It wouldn't look like the Eggs Benedict maybe of your weekend or of your youth, but it was playing off the idea of Eggs Benedict and ultimately hoping to tap on the same emotional response one would have when they eat Eggs Benedict, but just sort of turn it upside down a little bit.
Turn it upside down and mold it into shapes.
And hope to shape it. And,
yeah.
You know, we took the 4 essential elements, poached egg, hollandaise sauce, Canadian bacon, and English muffins, and mixed it around. So it was deep-fried hollandaise.
It's on a stick.
Well, you could do it on a stick, actually.
Deep-fried hollandaise.
Yes.
Yes. Is there a name that you like to describe the kind of cooking, the kind of culinary experience you're offering people?
Modern American food, contemporary American food. I mean, I think that's what we like to call it. I mean, whatever you want to call it.
I was just going to say, it sounds a little bit almost like it could be deconstructed. Bob, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. He has a real reputation.
Yes.
He's been, you know, at every one of our chef's galas. He's been a chef there, and he's going to be there on November 3rd again. So this man is a star in the world of cooking and eating.
There you go. You see, Bob Wright says it. You're a star, and he's a television expert.
He's very kind.
There's got to be a landlord out there that would love to have him because he will attract a lot of attention. He will attract people that will come into that neighborhood to eat there, and that's. Oh. There's got to be somebody smart enough to say, I've got to have a rate in here that he can afford so that I can get the benefit of what he's doing.
All right, so you got an agent here right now.
Yes.
But explain to people what neighborhood, what kind of neighborhood WD-50 was in, and why this is a bigger story.
We were on the Lower East Side. We still are on the Lower East Side for another month and a half. And not far from our new restaurant, Alder, which is in the East Village. But we've been down there for a little over 11 years, 11 and a half years, and the neighborhood is changing, and the business has changed hands a couple of times, and one landlord bought it, one company bought it, and another company has bought it again, and they're going to knock it down and put up you know, a bigger building. 11
years ago, here we can try to do a number. 11 years ago, what was like a per square foot cost of opening up something on the Lower East Side?
You know, it was pretty low, the per square foot. You know, you might get, you know, probably a couple dollars a square foot.
Okay, so maybe $2-3 a square foot. Now, if someone brand new wants to come in?
Well, I'm not sure because I'm on my way out.
Right.
I certainly wasn't given that kind of a opportunity by the old landlords. So, you know, again, times change. It's a tough market these days, I think, for chefs to figure out what to do and finding a reasonable balance between, you know, a reasonably priced restaurant and managing your rent.
What's the plan for the next incarnation, if any? Because you're leaving at the end of November. Where would you like to, if you could anywhere, where would you like to be creative?
Well, we're leaving the end of November, and again, we've still got Alder, and we're going to be focusing our efforts on Alder to continue to make Alder a great restaurant. And then we'd like to find some place where we could do some other stuff. WD-50 needs a new home, but we have other ideas, other great ideas that we'd love to explore, and we're open to neighborhoods, we're open to locations. You know, the Lower East Side has been great to me, and I owe a huge debt of gratitude to the Lower East Side. And I would be happy to stay there, but I'd also be happy to explore other possibilities.
But he's been so well reviewed, and it's such a positive image, and he's been there 11 years. It's not like it's an overnight success and all of a sudden he knows how to do this. So there's got to be a landlord out there that can see the benefit of having somebody at this level of success who's basically looking for a home and wants to deal with neighborhood people.
I want to thank you, gentlemen, very much. Chef Wylie Dufresne of WD-50 and Alder, much appreciated.
Thank
Bob
you.
Wright, former chief executive of NBC Universal.
I'm going to Italy.
And you're going to Italy.
I'm going
to
to Italy.
See the Pope.
Suzanne and I are going to Italy. The Vatican is having a 3-day conference on autism at the Vatican. They've invited researchers and people from all over the world, and they're going to have the Pope is going to have a general reception for families and people with autism. Can you imagine? That's going to be that's really
and you're the co-founder of Autism Speaks.
Right.
It's amazing.
Get an autograph. All right. Well done. All right.